Hello, welcome to Morning Brew Time. It's that time again. Go ahead, get your coffee, tea, juice, water, whatever you're wanting to sip on as we brew on the subject matter at hand. I'm Annette, and I believe that we can thrive through life together, one brew at a time. On Morning Brew Time, this is our space to just take a moment out of our day and breathe, right? So let's just do that together. Let's just take a moment because some of you may have been running around, right? You think you're breathing because you're alive, but taking a deep breath and releasing it can really do a lot for your body. So let's just do that together. Let it go. See, isn't that good? Do it again. Let it go. And now, let's just take our sip. She's good. I'm going to get one more. That was real good. Can't wait to finish her. So glad to be here with you all. I have been looking forward to our time all week long. So today, I believe this is going to be really good. This is going to be a really good brew for us. And it's something that's familiar, but as you know, I love to brew. So it's going to have a little twist to it. Okay? So one day, I heard somebody say, don't compare yourself to anyone else. Now, I have heard that so many times, haven't you? Don't compare yourself with someone else. Don't compare yourself to them, right? But this time it hit different. This time, a light bulb went off in my head. And I asked myself the question, is there a such thing as a healthy comparison? Is there a such thing as a healthy comparison? Yeah, I wanted to challenge it. Something just went off inside of me. All these years I've been hearing it, but I'm looking at it in a different way. So I decided to challenge that statement within myself, and I want to share with you, after I brewed on it, what I came up with, and hopefully it will encourage you. I really believe that there is a such thing as a healthy comparison. Some people, I know when they say, don't compare yourself to someone else, be yourself, right? I understand what they're trying to do. They're wanting to help us. They're wanting to help. They don't want you to put yourself down. They don't want you to feel like you can't do it, right? And we need that. We need someone that's going to encourage us and push us, right? But at the same time, I believe that depending on your perception and how you look at it, it can be a healthy thing. Comparing yourself to someone who inspires you, right? Or someone you aspire to be like, it can be a healthy thing. And so I want to look at it in that way. I want to look at comparing yourself to someone else in a positive way. Okay? So just listen, go down this road with me, and I believe you're going to get something out of it. I believe that we need something or a certain standard to measure ourselves by to know if we're growing, if that makes sense, right? So if you don't compare yourself to someone or something that you're aspiring to be or do, then you don't even know if you're growing toward it. You have nothing to measure yourself by. So when we think about comparing ourselves to someone, you can choose to be inspired. We can choose to say, I'm going to learn from this. If you're not doing what they're doing, right? If you're not doing it, okay, let me learn. Let me brew, right? Normally when people say compare yourself, they are trying to help us, and we know, and it is correct. And there are moments when we're down and we need somebody to pick us up, okay? But on the other side of that, I want us to look at it being positive. We're all growing and we're all evolving. You can study someone, and this is what I did in one instance. You can study someone as it pertains to their accomplishments or their talents and gain knowledge, right? You can gain knowledge on what to do. You can gain knowledge on what not to do, right? Or maybe it's a person's character. You may be inspired by how they carry themselves. Maybe how they speak, how they dress. Maybe inspired by how they handle challenging situations. You might be inspired by how a person leads, how they lead people, right? There's different ways to be inspired and compare yourself, and you're like, I want to be that kind of leader, right? I want to have that kind of character. I want to dress that way, right? And you can be inspired by that. So I want to encourage you, maybe there's somebody in your life, or maybe there's somebody you've seen in the community, and you're like, I really would love to do what they do. I will encourage you, start to study the things that they do and begin to hone them. Just begin to adapt it to you and what you're wanting to be, the person you're wanting to be. This is a healthy comparison. You get to see, what is it that they're doing that I'm not? What can I adapt into my life that will get me closer to what they're doing, get me closer to my goal for who I am? And sometimes when we're inspired by someone and we don't even know who we are, that inspiration right there, adapting that, can bring about growth and purpose. Growth and purpose. And I'm going to give you a story about that. In this life's journey, there's so many people that we come across. And for me, I'm such that I have had many people in my life that have inspired me, that have planted seeds in me, not even knowing. I have observed and I've brewed, as I like to do, and adapted things to my life that has made me the person I am today. And it has been throughout my entire life, and I'm so grateful. And I want to inspire you to do the same. To to not let those moments pass you by when you're inspired, to keep those things in your life, in your mind, right? And so I'm going to give you a story, a real life story of mine, where what happened to me in my teens that I have used up until now. So this story is about, and she doesn't even know I'm going to mention her. But when I graduated high school and went to college, I had a little job. You know, in college you get a little job, a little part-time job and everything. One of my bosses, her name was Miss Carol Marks. Miss Carol Marks. So she doesn't know how much she inspired me in the workplace. I'm young. I don't know. I've never worked before. Everything's new. College is new. I'm just all happy and giddy. And so she really set an example for me in the workspace, in the office. And I would observe her. I observed everything, and I was that kind of child, but I was that kind of person. I observed everything. I observed how she dressed. I observed how she spoke. I observed how excellent she wanted to be in her work. I observed how she met challenges at work. I saw some things, right? How she handled herself, how she wouldn't accept anything less than respect, right? I observed all of this, and I didn't know at the time. I'm just looking, and I'm in awe because this is a woman who is standing her ground. She's a woman in the workplace, standing her ground, doing her work about her business, dressed nice, polished, right? I had never seen that in the workspace. And so it inspired me. But it was like I was stamped with this information. And when I left working for her and went on working in the workspace, I took all of those things with me. And it's amazing that at different parts in my professional life, I had to go back into my little bank where I had stored all that information, all that inspiration, right, from what she did. I would go back in different times and bring it forward in the workspace for myself. I decided how I wanted to present myself in the workspace. I decided how I wanted to talk intelligently, right? I decided how I wanted to meet challenges. It also helped me to know that even though a person had a title, they were a person. It helped me to demand respect for myself, not to just look at their title and cower down, because that was not the example given me. She did not do that. Miss Carol, she knew how to carry herself, and it helped me know how to carry myself with those I worked with and my superiors. And I still use those examples today. Sometimes when I'm working or when I'm met with a challenge, I think about what would Miss Carol do? So I was inspired. That young 18-year-old working for her, all of those things she planted in me, I didn't know, but I did compare myself. I knew I wasn't like her, but I saw it as, even then, as a positive. I wanted to be like her in the workspace because I saw it work for her. And I said, well, if I'm going to be working, I want it to work for me too. You see? So comparing yourself to someone else can be a positive. It can turn into a positive for your growth and for your purpose. See, at that time, I didn't know what I wanted to be in life. But she showed me what I could be. She showed me what I could be. And I took it, and it became my purpose in the workplace and has served me well. So thank you, Miss Carol. Thank you for being you. But I'm giving that story, I'm giving that example where you may be at a point in your life and you're wanting to be someone or do something. This is not the time to feel down about it. This is the time to be inspired. I want to encourage us to observe more, research more, ask questions more, do new things more, right? Implement what you have learned. Next time you see someone doing or being someone that you want to be, I want you to think about it being positive. All right? Turn that moment into a positive. Okay? Turn that switch from negative to positive. You're comparing yourself so that you know where you need to grow. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I believe you will feel so much better about yourself. You will feel so much better about growing and becoming. Well, I hope that you were encouraged today. I know when I was thinking about this, I was really encouraged again. And that's what Morning Brew Time is about. We come together for prayer, wellness, and encouragement. And I invite you to just share with me what you got out of this. If you've gotten anything that touched you, that encourages me. And also, if you're new to Morning Brew Time and you haven't joined our community, it's growing. We're building this together. So I invite you to join us on my YouTube channel at Morning Brew Time. We'd love to have you. And before you go, I want to pray over you that you experience love, joy, happiness, peace, safety, and protection. May your week be full in prosperity, of health, and in wealth. You all stay encouraged. I love you all. Always enjoy our times together. And you know I will see you next time on Morning Brew Time.